Hello everyone, this is Marshee coming to you with a Starcraft 2 cast today here on Daybreak. Today we have, oh my gosh, my mouse is going crazy. Today we have a Terran versus Zerg here on Daybreak. We have the green Zerg here, CGFatal, also known as StimmedProbe, in the bottom left, and in the top right we do have QuanticHawk as the red Zerg up here in the top right. This is a Grandmaster level game, and this was specifically sent to our casted by StimmedProbe. He is trying out this new build, and he's got a guide for it on Team Liquid, and he just needed a VOD for it. So I want to try my best to give this build justice. I have watched the VOD a few times over, just so I don't miss anything important that's going on. I do have notes. I usually just do it on the fly, and whatever I see, I comment on. But I want to make sure I hit all the major points for this build. As you see here, it's very standard. You have the supply depot going down at the ramp. Nothing fancy there, and we do have the barracks. So maybe, possibly a 1-rack expand or something else. I know what's going on, but I can't tell you quite yet. But yes, I am Marshee, and I am a young aspiring caster. Going to go ahead and do my plugin. My shameless plug-in for all of you guys who are watching the VOD right now. You can follow me on Twitter, whatever, at MarsheeSC2, whatever you solely desire. But we do have 15 hatchery going down for QuanticHawk, pretty much as standard can be. We do have the drone scout coming in here. He is going to scout no gas right now. He does see that, and he is just going to be happy with that and trying to get out of there and save that little drone's life. SCV is now going for the drone scout, for the SCV scout as well. We do have the spawning pool going down for CGFatal at 17. This provides a very nice timing to where the hatchery pops, the spawning pool pops, and you are able to double produce queens instantaneously. We do have the overlords going everywhere across the map. The the drone does scout, and the overlord does scout this command center. So the QuanticHawk's response, he is going to go for a more macro-oriented play. Nothing cheesy, nothing all in. He's just going to take his third hatchery and try to be a little bit more economical than his Terran player. And that'll become a very important talking point later in the game. Both players discussing a little bit of lag. We do have both reactors going for CGFatal. We do have full saturation on both refineries here, while QuanticHawk not quite yet grabbing his gas geysers. It is still fairly early into the game. The command center about to finish up for CGFatal, and he is throwing down a bunker here for defensive measures. This bunker is has at least one side protected from this mineral patch. It does cover a good bit of the ramp here, and it does cover all the SCVs mining. So if there was to be a run by into the Terran's base, this bunker will definitely protect all the SCVs, or at least it'll provide a little bit of cover. We do have some scouting Zerglings coming out, taking the watchtowers, taking this further left watchtower. Just congregating. Just going to come in here, poke around a little bit, see what he sees. He's going to dart in here, going to check and see if there's any marines, any bunkers. Doesn't see the bunker quite yet. 3 marines in the bunker. Excuse me. Should definitely thwart any sort of Zergling aggression right now. And very importantly, we at the 5 minute 50-second mark, we do have 2 starports going down for QuanticHawk. Now notice the positions of these starports. They are not clumped together. They are in different locations. And if this overlord will eventually turn away and run the other way. He is going to scout this factory. He is producing a Hellion, and the overlord is just going to back off, trying to not go in too far into the Terran base to get killed. Now, if the overlord was to go straight through the base, he would see one starport. But the odds of him seeing both starports are very, very small. We do have both tech labs coming down on these starports. and when these finish, CGFatal will start producing banshees for some harassment. QuanticHawk does not see this, does not see these starports, and until it's pretty much too late. Now this Hellion Scout's also very, very important. Until the Hellion came out, CGFatal had not seen the third base. If we look on his view, he's in a heap of trouble. This one Zergling will try to attack this Hellion. That is okay. Let's go back. This Hellion does come in. He does spot the third. There is a third here, so he does. CGFatal knows that there's no crazy all-in coming. Nothing like a mass swarm of Zerglings. He is going to be just fine. He doesn't need to deviate from his plan just yet. He has taken both of these refineries. Now he is going to double produce. He is going to make another factory, and he's going to make another factory and another barracks for marine production. He does have 2 banshees out. He is going to wait for another one to finish before he pushes out. Now let's note the Zerg player. He is getting his macro hatch. He is going for the double upgrades. Overlord is in there. It does get killed by the Marine. Still has no idea that these starports even exist. But he does see the factory, and he did see one of the tech labs going down on the factory. So he is going to be expecting mech play. Or at least assume tanks anyhow. But he is getting all the gases going on his geysers. And he is getting a Baneling Nest, +1/+1, metabolic boost, and a ton of Zerglings right now. We do have Terran vehicle plating level 1 coming out for the Terran player, getting +1. He since the armory is up, he is going to start producing Thors once the Terran player has the money and the gas for it. You'll see here. But anyways, the Banshees are coming out, and these Banshees are going to provide a lot of harassing ability for this Terran player. He is going to go the goal of these Banshees, I gotta turn down game music real quick, but that can wait. The goal of these Banshees here is to hold on. Yeah, this is gonna get annoying. Sorry. Oh god, this is embarrassing. Oh, turn down master volume. Okay. Actually, we're sound effects. Turn down sound effects. Okay, that was embarrassing. Sorry. Anyways, back to the game. Alright, there, that's a little bit more manageable. The goal of these Banshees is to stay alive and just do as much damage as possible, get their cost efficiencies worth, get their cost in, and just try to really do a lot of economic damage to the Zerg. These are keeping the Zerg pinned back. He is wasting drones trying to build static defense here. He does have all these queens here, and so far he hasn't missed he hasn't lost an entire Banshee. You have one Banshee getting close, but he is just doing tons of damage to these units. We do have one Banshee in the red, but he is microing him back and trying to get the most of it. If we look at the units lost tab, we will see CGFatal has lost barely anything, and these Banshees are getting their cost-effective worth. We do see over here that QuanticHawk is going to be a Ling Bling bust here into the natural of CGFatal. But meanwhile, he is still just going picking away at the hatchery with these Banshees. And here comes the Banelings. We do have 2 Thors out, but all these SCVs are going to get destroyed, or most of them will get away actually. And everything just kind of clumped up, and this was just a really bad bust by QuanticHawk. The AI was really messed up here for that. But the Banshees do come home. He only does lose 1, but he is up to 6 Banshees, and he kept these alive. And if you look at the resources lost, 3,000 resources lost in QuanticHawk has lost 3,000 resources worth of stuff. Now if we look here, we have a swarm of SCVs, a bunch of Marines, and 4 Thors, and the 6 Banshees coming out for this push. We do have another attempt Ling run by, but it's just going to be met by all this stuff, and these Lings are just going to go back home. Now I do have a count on these units. We do have 25 SCVs in this push, the 6 Banshees, 16 Marines, and 4 Thors. And you'll see this unit composition is very, very good. It's just a very good timing. We do have the Queens, but these Banshees are going to provide a ton of DPS to pretty much everything. and these SEVs are just going to provide us just a huge shield for everything. Only a lot of the Marines die, so we're down, but we still have all the beefy units. The Thors do have +1 armor, and the Banshees are just really good. They provide that really drastic DPS to this army composition, and the Thors just provide the meat. Thors, they will kill this hatchery before it finishes ventral sacks. And so the third for the Zerg is wiped up completely. So now we do have a bunch of roaches, we do have corruptors in the mix, and we do have more SCV reinforcements to provide those drastic repairs needed for these Banshees and for these Thors. As you can see here, he threw down another command center. He is keeping producing SCVs and throwing down those mules and keep producing Thors and just rallying them to this death army he has here. So he's going to gather his forces, wait, heal everything up, and go for another giant push. There is 1/1 roaches out for QuanticHawk. He is trying to get his stationary defenses down, and these spore crawlers will finish. And these Banshees are just going to annihilate these spore crawlers before they even have a chance here. There's only one Overseer for the Zerg player, and that's how he's seeing them. But these Thors are just going to... the Overseer actually just goes right past the Banshees. But these Banshees are providing a ton of DPS to these roaches, and nothing really dies. Like I said, the Thors just have so much health, so much, they have 2 armor, and they are just so resilient to everything. You have some more Marines trickling in, more Thors coming in, and the Zerg is just going to flat out die. We do have a roach counterattack coming in along with a drone, I guess, sort of trying to force a base race. But he just has way so much. He just has too much stuff, and the drones are just all going to die. And QuanticHawk is just going to push up this ramp and eventually end the game. We do see the roach counterattack coming into the base, but there is a couple Thors. There is a Thor, and all these Marines are going to try to repair this Thor, but the roaches will eventually kill it. And then the SCVs are trying to throw this round. But with this, there's just too much stuff here. The Banshees are just really adding that power with the backlash rockets. And QuanticHawk GG's here. You have some roaches trying to kill some SCVs, but it is essentially over. And there's the GG from QuanticHawk. So this is the Banshee harass Thor SCV Marine push that CGFatal is trying to, I guess, show the world how it works. And in this game, it does a fantastic job. He definitely puts the Zerg player on his heels. He harasses with those. He harasses with the Banshees, picks off anything he can, and just buys time to build up the Thor push, and then he pushes out and just wins the game. Easy as that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis we have here today. And if you like what you saw, you can also add me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, add me on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, whatever you guys want, and definitely send some feedback on this build to oh gosh, I forgot his name now, CGFatal. Anyways, thank you guys once again, and y'all have a great day. See you later.